Sydney.
Yes, and thank you to Monaco, indeed.
Oh, look at the fireworks. This is sensational. This is out of Homebush now. I think all the way up the harbour, all the way up Sydney Harbour tonight, there are fireworks.
Now, wherever you're watching in Sydney, go and wake up all your rallies. Bring them.
Bring the world, guys.
Shake them awake if they're in their beds, because they all should be awake. Absolutely.
Here we are.
Goodbye, farewell, and au revoir. A word, a quadro, and me. Congratulations to Sydney.
Look at that.
Circular Quay. Check it out. If the eyes of the world are on this, then how could they possibly resist us?
Quite.
It is the most
Fireworks
spectacular sight.
Over the Sydney Opera House, our great landmark, our great city. And we have them. The Games of 2000.
Oh dear. Well, they promised us 4 minutes of fireworks up and down the harbour in Sydney and horns, harbour ferry horns, and whatever they can blast,
Exactly.
they're blowing,
Whatever
I
they can
suppose.
muster.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, Annie, I have to tell you.
Make all the noise you can, folks. This is a celebration. And it's not only for Sydney, Tom.
No,
This is
the
for
rest of
Australia. This is
Right around
fantastic.
Australia. I hope you're with us because we'll expect to see all of you here in Sydney.
Infrastructure, the facilities that are going to be built in Sydney, with the people that are going to come here, and with the rest of Australia that's going to be exposed to the world with tourism. It's going to be phenomenal. The shot in the arm this is going to give to the Australian people, to the economy, not only of Sydney, but the rest of the country, will be absolutely phenomenal.
Well, if anybody in Sydney was asleep at the moment, they've just been woken up by this almighty fireworks display to celebrate the fact that Sydney has won the rights to host the Olympic Games in the year 2000. We have a magnificent display happening at the moment over Sydney Harbour. Those fireworks really are spectacular, and what a fitting place it is. Couldn't you really say that Sydney has been built as a modern city to host the Olympics?
I can't hear myself think. It is just fantastic. The spectacle, the noise here at Harbourside, the people wiping away the tears, including three-time Australian Olympian Dawn Fraser, triple gold medalist, Melbourne, Rome and Tokyo, sitting here with us now at Circular Quay. Dawn, for you, this must be a phenomenal moment.
It's probably the greatest dream I've ever dreamed about. I felt extremely confident. I've always felt confident because I've been on the bid committee. I've looked at our technical bid, our security, our offerings to the athletes and to their spouses. And I just think that tonight that the whole country is celebrating the year 2000. Sydney will be able to host the Olympic Games. And all those 10 and 12 and 14-year-olds that are out there, congratulations, train hard. And if you need any help, all the old Olympians are here to give you a hand, because we're going to win a lot of gold medals in the year 2000.
As you can hear, there are a few people out on Sydney Harbour at this early hour of the morning. They're out there on boats, they're on ferries, they're on sailboats and motorboats, and they're all enjoying this magnificent display that we are too behind us on really the most perfect setting in the world. It's about time they recognise that this is the place to be, don't you think, John?
I think it is. We've got the beautiful harbour, and the thing that I think won Sydney the bid is the fact that the whole of the Olympic Games venues are only within 30 minutes of them. In Barcelona we had transport problems, the drivers didn't know where to go to, they took sometimes 2.5 hours to get to a venue. That's not going to happen in Sydney, and all of those people that are out of work, now you've got to get off your backside and go and get some jobs, because there's going to be plenty of them.
Hey Dawn, don't you wish you could plunge back into the pool again and be competing that year?
For the year 2000 we may have a Masters, and I'm all going now to back up the Paralympics and try and get the Paralympics now here in this city.
That would be a fitting tribute and a way to finish the Olympics that first occur in the year 2000.
Certainly would. Those crackers are out there, really fantastic. Celebrate us, Sydney. Celebrate Australia.
I don't think you're going to have to tell anybody to celebrate. I think
extraordinary scenes here in Sydney. At 4:35 Eastern Standard Australian Time, the city comes alive with the news that the city has won the 2000 Games. Lizzie, I don't know what it's like over there, but here I couldn't begin to tell you the joy that has just broken out spontaneously with the announcement.
It's a great thing for sport in this country. We've got the games, mate. It really is.
Did you get a turn in your gut just before they made that announcement? It's unbelievable.
The butterflies were going, mate. They were going for an hour before I couldn't eat, I couldn't drink. I just sat there thinking, what do we do if we lose? Even what do we do when we win? You know?
This morning.
Oh, well, mate, we'll have set up a whole new organisation that's already underway. The government's already got plans to set up a committee now to run the games, and the government will be setting up an Olympic office within the Premier's department. So that was all in train, mate, before tonight's announcement. And of course, it all goes on from here. We go ahead with Homebush Bay, and Bob's your uncle, mate. The year 2000 got the games.
Well, I'll tell you something. Rather fortuitous. You've really made some great advancements out at Homebush Bay already.
We certainly have, Don. I mean, we basically had all the facilities underway, or they were already constructed. We only really have 4 facilities to go, plus the village, mate. So it's all underway, and we're going to have a great party in the year 2000, mate.
Listen, you got to come out of your shell and be a bit more enthusiastic, you know.
Oh, mate, well, I mean, I'm still stunned. I just say, mate, it is magnificent. It really is.
Congratulations.
Thanks very much.
Okay. I hope everybody can enjoy this. Have a look at these fireworks and take a look at those crowds out here responding. The enthusiasm tonight before they got here has paid off, boy. I'll tell you what. I'm going to have trouble getting home, I think.
Well, mate, I want to thank all the people of Sydney for what they're doing tonight. The crowd here tonight is absolutely magnificent. I walked down from one of the hotels in Sydney, and it's fantastic to see all the people coming out tonight. So I'd just like to say on behalf of the government, thank you, Sydney, for what you've done tonight.
Go Sydney! See ya.
Thanks, mate.
All right, mate.
So loudly that everything else was drowned out for hours to come.
And tonight the celebrations are continuing. One of the city's famous landmarks, Centre Point Tower, was for a short time transformed into a giant Olympic torch. Darling Harbour was the main focal point, with many families taking the opportunity to enjoy the free entertainment and fireworks. And there are more victory celebrations planned for the weekend.
But all those issues seem a long way away tonight. Sydney again draining towards the water, this time at Darling Harbour, to keep the euphoria flowing. Mark Barlin for Nightline.
Victory.